In this video, we're going to try something a little different. There's been a lot of news come out, and we're trying to figure out a way to present news to you. So today we're going to try this format, sitting across from each other, old PBS Sunday style, with the coffee cups. And we're just going to dish on video games.
Yeah, a lot of news coming out, guys, as you very well know. And we kind of want to talk about some topics. And, of course, more importantly, we want your feedback, what you guys think about things, because that's the idea behind gaming and our thoughts behind the industry in general is we all got to kind of band together and make this stuff work, guys. Gaming is an enjoyment. Yeah, it's a community. It's something we should all do together and be able to talk about and not argue about. So some of these topics may be kind of controversial for you, maybe not. We're going to throw it out there and see what you guys think. But first up, the first thing that comes to my mind is the video game Anthem. Just got canceled by EA and BioWare. To be honest, I'm a little ticked off about that. Anthem was a pretty good game. It's pretty solid. You know, they were going to remaster it, make an Anthem 2, so to speak.
Right.
And now, nada. And all they said so far is maybe not enough personnel or, okay, COVID's serious. I know COVID is for real. But at some point in time, we got to stop blaming all of our troubles on COVID. And that's one thing that's on their website is, well, due to COVID, we had to change our stuff up, and now we can't produce the game.
It's easy to make that excuse, but really, these guys are working at home. There's been complete movies made from people working at home. We know that they can develop video games from right in their house.
You bet.
I don't understand that, and it's typical of EA to just abandon IPs, and it's so perpetual. Yeah, and it's a shame because every once in a while they come out with some good titles. But
I have a strong love-hate relationship with EA.
It's one of those things.
Now, BioWare, I expected better from them. I mean, I know EA is a publisher, so they kind of got to do what they got to do there. But, I mean, I could see something like this. I don't know if it's possible, but I could see someone picking up Anthem, some other publisher, some other company picking up Anthem and running with it.
And that'd be a good thing, I think, for Anthem, is if they could find an indie publisher that's growing, that's about to make it. Yes, sir, I agree with that. So,
I know, guys, on Twitter, you know, we've had a lot of talk about that. There's a lot of talk on Twitter about Anthem being canceled and people, you know, kind of on both sides of the fence. But I'd say most of the time they're aggravated about it. And for the most part, they're kind of ticked off at EA because, yet again, promises. Oh, well, sorry, it didn't work out to our best advantage. We don't cater to the gamer. We cater to what's easier for us. That's how I look at it, anyways.
I mean, and that's the reason why EA gets such a bad rap. It's not that they're bad at making games. It's just that they don't focus on the customer, and they just focus in on that bottom line, just on the numbers point.
That's it.
And you can't do that. It's just like if movies come out just focusing on the bottom line, they usually flop. Waterworld, they think that they're going to do it just by making the sci-fi interesting.
True.
But then they forget about the story and what's important and what the people want.
Yeah, and that's, you know, gaming is and should be an experience. It should be something that, you know,
it's an art form.
Yeah, it's an art form, absolutely. And I think Anthem was a good game that kind of followed along with that, but I don't know what to say. So
I don't know, but you know, if you've got something, of course, leave a comment or even follow us on Twitter, and we'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'd like to get you guys. You know, you may have read something else that we've not read about Anthem, and maybe there's some more information out there. But any more, I'd like to know. But you know, moving along from Anthem, today is also another exciting day for a game. Outriders Demo come out today.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get on that and check that out.
Let me tell you, that's something I've been looking forward to. Of course, I did a little bit of a video on it, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, we'll tag it wherever it ends up tagging.
Yeah, wherever the ad thing is out on there, the card. But Outriders, like I said, comes out today. It looks great, guys. I know there's some people that got a little bit of early access to it, maybe like last night, and there's already some gameplay footage up. And as with every game, they're griping about certain things. They're positive about certain things. We just need to remember it is just a demo. We're just getting a piece of the game, not even a piece of the finished game.
Right.
So, just, you know, we still need critique. They still need to be able to know.
Yeah, they need some feedback. That's part of the community. Just like what we was talking about EA. If they'll listen to feedback,
true,
it's good to go. So if there's a little issue or little problems, you know, you can't nitpick every little keyframe being out of order, but
True.
Yeah, if there's something that just needs to be changed in the game, hopefully they'll listen.
True, yeah. And I watched just a little bit of the gameplay earlier from, I think it was maybe Forbes, had a player that was playing it or something. He left a review on Forbes. The gameplay looks a lot like Gears of War as far as the weaponry combat, but there's also some spells and abilities in the game. It's like a good mix of weaponry and spells and abilities, and the visuals looks outstanding. I mean, I think Outriders are going to be a really good game.
Yeah, I can't wait to check that one out.
So check it out, guys. In there, we've got, like I said, we've got an Outriders little clip about it, what our feelings are, a little bit of the demo or the trailer. I mean, so like I said, we'll stick it in a card, and you guys check it out. Let us know what you think about that one too. Something else new that's coming up is the new Mortal Kombat movie.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Man, okay. So I may get a little hate on this one, but the old movies, they sucked hard, man. I thought they were. The video games were so awesome, and they have been.
I didn't think anybody could make a worse video game movie than the Mario Brothers, and then somehow Mortal Kombat though seemed to at least rival that.
Oh man, okay. I know it was years ago when they come out, but
it was bad for them.
Dude, they butchered it so bad.
Yeah, it was bad for them.
This one appears to be more along the lines of what I would think. I mean, there's a lot of blood. There's some dark, creepy, stuff going on in the movie. I think it's going to be pretty awesome, man. I don't know.
Speaking of awesome movies, games, the Borderlands.
Oh, yeah, dude. I didn't think about Borderlands.
Yeah, Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Is he playing Claptrap?
I believe so.
I think he's voicing Claptrap.
I believe so. And then
no, Jack Black is voicing Claptrap, I think.
Oh, man.
It's Kevin Hart and Jack Black and
who's the lady that they got? That Borderlands movie, I think, is exciting. I mean, the Mortal Kombat, I hope they do it right, but I'm excited about the Borderlands because that could be good.
It could be good, and that's the thing about Borderlands is it's an action game and that stuff, but dude, it's hilarious. I mean, the game is fun to play. And
then they got Jack Black and Kevin Hart.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're going to do it right, and I really hope they do, and I hope this is one that gets finished because, the Borderlands movie is going to be great. So.
Oh, man. So, what else we got?
Okay, so the age-old argument, which I never got involved in. I know Strano's never got involved in, but it seems to be getting
Golden
worse.
black dress or... Oh, no, not
that. So,
age-old argument.
The PS5 and Xbox Series S and Series X... Yes, they're two separate consoles, and now we got, like the big Bethesda moving is probably the biggest thing. Of course, I mean, I don't really know how you compete with Microsoft. Them freaking people can do as they want.
I know it. Most part, I know it. They've been in gaming longer than they've been in Windows, so
true.
Go figure. True. Microsoft's kind of a behemoth in that.
Oh, yeah, they are. Okay, my thoughts, guys. I don't think it freaking matters. I have an Xbox, we have a PlayStation, we have a Switch, and we have a PC. We have several PCs. We play on all of it. We enjoy all of it, not equally. Some things are better on one, some things are better on another. I mean, personally, Strano and I play on PC, I don't know.
90% of the time.
Yeah, I'd say 90% of the time.
I like sitting in the Xbox, but I keep that in my son's room, so I'm not on it very much, just when I'm playing with him. And a lot of times I grab my Xbox controller, hook it into my PC, and sit in my office chair.
I understand completely.
But you know who the real winner in all this is? It's the Switch. As they keep fighting, more titles are going to move to the Switch because they're getting the lion's share of the market.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I mean, really, the Switch and Nintendo is coming out of this smelling like roses.
They are.
Yeah, as the PlayStation and the Xbox try to compete for those action adventure titles with the high pace frame rate, and games are just going to move to the Switch. And
with people don't understand how, of course, the Switch is portable. You take that sucker off the dock, man.
Oh yeah,
and you just keep playing the same game you're playing right there on the spot, and everybody's on the go, everybody's on the move. And
it's brilliant.
It's brilliant. And something else I just saw. We'll see it in a couple of weeks on our weekly release video. But Apex Legends is going to Switch as well. I think that's coming out next week or the week after.
You can't ignore their market share.
Nope. And that's why they're getting more and more games. Of course, when Nintendo Switch first came out, we had the usual Mario Kart, the Mario parties, the typical platformer, I guess what you want to call it, games. But now Dude, that's changing.
Yeah.
All first-person shooters are coming to it now. I mean, every time we release a weekly video game release...
Oh, shoot. Last week was nothing but Switch.
Yeah, Switch all over the place.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're exciting titles.
Yes, they are.
And what Switch does well is that sitting on the couch gaming...
Absolutely.
...that a console does well. So, I mean, I think really you're seeing the PC is taking a lot of those high-paced action FPS first-person shooters that they've always held the market share on. They're continuing to hold the market share on it.
True.
And it's the casual console gamer that's moving to the Switch or moving to the PC. So really it's not Xbox versus PlayStation as much as it is those two versus everybody else. And I think they don't know what game they're playing and they're focused on the wrong enemy.
Oh, I totally agree with that. And that's the thing that people don't understand either. I mean, I'm a PC gamer. You're a PC gamer. I play it because I feel like it has more to offer. I mean, to me, it looks better on a PC. Of course, you can upgrade a PC at the snap of a finger.
That's the thing. The PC upgrades are so organic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And so that is the advantage of PC. I didn't do it in my PC versus console video that we'll tag. That's right. But I didn't mention that part of it. But as games come out for a PC is always and never outdated at the same time.
True.
Where a console, you've got to wait until it comes out. And then I know a lot of people are in that market where you got to wait until you can buy it. You can afford it until it's available.
Right.
With these availability shortages.
Oh, it's tough, man.
I mean, the PC is not that way. It's an essential item and stuff's coming out for it all the time.
And what's crazy now is now you can go to Walmart and buy
a
pretty good gaming PC for.
And I think that is hurting the PC or the PlayStation.
Sure it is.
And the Xbox as much as each other.
Well, you walk through Walmart, you see no new Xbox gens, you see no PlayStations,
but there's a gaming PC.
There's a gaming PC,
and it can play all those games and titles that's being released, with the exception of a few like that New Horizons game or whatever coming out on PlayStation 5. What's the name of that? Horizons. That looks really good. We'll cut it. I'm gonna. Maybe I should just put it written down in there. And it's coming out. It looks really good. It's exclusive to PS5, but there's only so many exclusives going to propel you.
Yeah.
And if your console's losing out, those exclusives are going to ditch you in a heartbeat.
Big time. And that's another argument right now is about exclusives. Whether people like exclusives, whether they don't. You know, I understand exclusives. I understand how that's important for. Like, if you're a diehard PlayStation fan, you're going to want exclusives for yours because you don't want everybody else to enjoy it. I kind of understand the point of that.
I don't.
But, I mean...
Like I said in my video, I want everybody to play together. I don't care.
I agree with that.
The hardware should be secondary to the games and the people.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, that's like I said before, gaming should bring us together, not divide us and arguing about crap we can't even control anyway. As the consumer, we're just going to get what's given to us anyways. We're not going to get any control over what's happening, period.
You know, like I said, if we comment, we start talking about it, the gamers can get out and, with our dollars, cast our vote.
That's true, you bet.
And, and it works really well for games, but when it comes to the hardware...
It's kind of tough.
It's kind of tough. So you just kind of really have to just kind of go with the punches on that one.
Yeah, you do. And that's... So something we want to hear from you guys is about the console versus PC, console versus console.
Exclusives. Do you have good reasons for the exclusives? I mean, because I'm all ears. I'm willing to listen to what anybody says. But to me, the exclusives limit the market, limit the experience, limit the shareability of the game.
I agree, totally. And that's, maybe my opinion is probably a little skewed because I've been a PC gamer for 25 years. Yeah. Like that. Been a long time.
And another point to that is, as a PC gamer, the only time I really got upset at them releasing a title on Nintendo or Super Nintendo or the Xbox, the only time I got when it shared and they thought they were getting the same experience as the PC.
Oh, yeah, true.
But a lot of that's behind us now. The consoles have caught up. Your experience is very similar.
True.
So you're getting the same game. And really, as a PC player, when I got upset is when I felt like the other people were getting gypped on what was being offered.
I get that. there again, I may have been a PC player gamer for the last 25 years, but I've played Atari, Super Nintendo, regular Nintendo, all the way, everything from GameCube, you name it. I mean, I've played it all.
I've played them all.
Yeah, because they're great. I mean, they all have their own positives and negatives. I mean, that's with everything. But anyways, guys, leave us a comment. We definitely want to know what your thoughts are on that one.
Yeah, we'll move on. Yeah,
the next big thing, of course, it's important to me. BlizzCon was this year. Really, really love BlizzCon. Of course, I'm a big Blizzard fan anyways. I love Overwatch, Diablo, StarCraft.
There's not a Blizzard game. There's not a Blizzard game that WuPow doesn't play.
No.
I mean, I really love Overwatch. World of Warcraft is really good.
It's great.
You know, I mean, it was really good.
It's great.
Diablo was fun for what it was.
Okay, we meant to segue out while I kick the crap out of Strano here. So,
I mean, if you like playing slot machines and lotteries, the Diablo's probably the game for you.
Dude, let me tell you. For those of you that saw the BlizzCon news, which I'm sure everybody that's watching
really
this have, oh man, Remastered Diablo 2, okay, probably one of the best RPGs ever made. The Diablo 4 is coming out. Overwatch 2 is somewhere in the future, which looks like it's going to be outstanding the way they're bringing in PvE to it and stuff. Shadowlands patch 9.1 looks great, which Blizzard had really kind of got askew, I think, on some of their expansions leading up to Shadowlands. And since it came out, things have gotten a lot better. They actually got back to a story that you could follow and enjoy along. The quest lines follow, and 9.1 just kind of carries that along through.
Oh, good.
So, but more importantly, you know, a couple of years ago they came out with the World of Warcraft Classic, which took you back to the very beginning of the game.
Now, see, I was into that.
Let me tell you, that's back again, but they finally released, or they're going to release, the Burning Crusade, which is the first expansion ever for World of Warcraft.
Added into the Classic.
Yes,
nice.
And to me, that was one of my favorite expansions ever. I love the Burning Crusade. I prefer to play Classic because I don't like getting caught up in this whole, you got to be the top level, you got to have the top gear, you got to have...
It's always the problem with the MMO. At some point, after a couple years, it's always about the end game, and that's all there is to it.
Yeah.
And really, the community's built as you're trying to help each other grow.
Oh, sure.
And that goes back to like our community of gaming and playing with friends. Right. If somebody can invent an MMO that can keep that community growing as the game grows, they're going to make $1 million.
Oh, I agree with that. I mean, BlizzCon was...
Several billion.
Several billion. But BlizzCon this year, guys, I think was outstanding. We have a lot to look forward to as far as Blizzard's concerned. And something I didn't even know about. Now they're releasing the Blizzard Arcade Collection.
Yeah.
Dude,
I've seen that where you talking about it in the video.
I never knew that was a thing. I don't know how I missed the boat. I played StarCraft since it came out. I played Warcraft when it first came out. But this predates those by quite a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's 3 games that I've even seen before and had no idea Blizzard had a hand in it.
Right.
So it's going to be cool to see that kind of remastered and kind of brought back a little bit. But I think we'll just go from BlizzCon into the retro remaster.
Oh, yeah, because Blizzard's not the only one doing this.
Dude, Capcom's coming out with their arcade stadium.
Capcom's freaking awesome.
I mean, anything Capcom I think is
I've never just... I mean, no, Capcom's awesome.
Yes. I mean, Ghouls and Goblins is part of Capcom, obviously, but now they're remastering that and kind of redoing it a little bit. Dude, there's so many old Atari and arcade games that's coming back to, not emulator form anymore. Now they're coming back to game.
I think a lot of the developers have realized that emulator thing wasn't people just trying to steal content. It was a real love for the game.
Yeah.
People trying to get in and recapture some of the early history. And for them to release it out like this and to make it available, make it legal, that's great. Like I said, I think everybody wins when the developers listen to the fan base.
Oh, yeah.
And move forward with this stuff.
True. And I just did a video, look above, for Ninja Gaiden. That's another dude. Ninja Gaiden was...
We should play that a little bit. We should play that in a little bit.
Oh, we should play some Ninja Gaiden. That's a great idea.
Yeah, I got some.
You talk about a hard game. Dude, that game will make you chunk stuff across the room.
We'll play a little bit, and then we'll play something that we can relax and enjoy.
Okay, that's probably not a bad idea. But I'm glad they're remastering this, guys. We're getting Ninja Gaiden 1, 2, and 3 Razor's Edge, which that game was super gory. Like Mortal Kombat. You play that game for a little bit, you start hacking people's heads and arms off, and it leaves a trail of body parts and blood. It's beautiful. It's like a work of art. So,
Yeah.
they're something to check out, guys. I know they're bringing out back a lot of the old arcade games and stuff. They're remastering a lot of stuff. And I think it's great because I want my kids to be just as pissed off at these games as I was back in the day.
But you didn't have to save. Being able to escape save.
That's a good point.
I remember leaving games on pause while I had to go to like grocery store.
Oh, yeah.
Like just leave it on pause all day.
Yes.
And then you get home, mom's like, go to bed. And you're like, okay, nobody touched the pause.
Yeah, that did happen.
I think there's a lot of Nintendos and Ataris and that died in people's sleep while they had it paused because they overheated.
For sure, man. Think about that. Yeah, the save feature on the new stuff.
Oh, it's spot on.
It is. It's good. I get it, but it's not fair. We had to play it the good old fashioned way, but
I know, but it's nice to actually be able to complete some of these that were almost uncompletable.
True. Yeah,
it is nice.
So something that Strano and I are going to do soon, guys, is there was a challenge issued from the creators of a game.
Oh man,
This is Us, and it looks.
This is Us. It takes two.
It takes two. Okay, that's right. That's right. This is Us. It takes two.
Takes two. I know my love games.
Easy with your way. Strano's done a lot of research on this game because he's the softy of the two of us. I think that's obvious now. Joseph Ferris. Of course, here we go again. Another game published by EA. Which there we go again. Love hate, man. I'm loving this one.
As soon as you start hating EA, they get somebody awesome like Joseph Ferris to direct their game.
Let me tell you guys, dude, don't back down from nobody. He's gonna tell you what he thinks, and he's gonna create what he wants to create, and you can like it or not. He could care less. And I think as far as like co-op games,
he's the master.
Dude,
he's the master. I want to buy everything that he's ever developed.
Seriously.
Which right now, this is his third game coming out.
Right.
Knock that off there.
Easy.
That's the reason why I'm Rhino. Strano the Rhino right here. But no, really. This is Joseph Ferris, dude.
He's a real deal.
Yeah, and I told you about him. He's so cocky. He says if you get bored of this game, he'll give you $1,000. Genuine bored of this game, he'll give you $1,000. Yeah.
Yeah. And at first, of course, Strano was telling me a little bit about this, and it's about parents that are getting separated, and the little girl doesn't want that to happen, obviously. So she creates two dolls out of like clay and wood, and what happens is that the dolls actually come to life, so to speak, and the parents take on that persona of the dolls, and now they have to work together to get through certain obstacles throughout the game.
Yeah,
I think it's genius. Genius, man.
And the voice acting in this game is spot on. I mean, it sounds like dialogue from a rom-com. Of course, this guy, he's a movie director, Joseph.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and then on top of that, he brings in the game and he's just like, every level's going to be different. That's the reason you're not going to get bored. I'm going to throw in a new mechanic every level, and it's going to be like a new game every single level.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. So you may complete something and feel good about yourself, and you go on to the next stage, and now everything's different. You got to relearn things from the get-go.
To me, it looks like one of those laugh out loud games.
I agree.
It's one of those you can play with the friend, with your significant other, both find a role, and just absolutely laugh out loud at this game.
True.
Me and my wife played the Lego Movie game.
Nice.
And you can work together co-op. At 2 o'clock in the morning, our kids go to the gaming room and they're like, could y'all keep it down? We were laughing so hard, and I really think this is me and my wife's next game. I think we both can get on board with this.
Oh, I could see that. And normally in some co-op games, you can still kind of get away with one person not doing a whole lot. And
I don't think this one you can.
No. I think one person has to do part of it, the other person has to do part of it, and if you don't do your part equally, you ain't moving on. You're stuck with wherever you're at.
Yeah.
I love that take on it. Possibly one of my favorite topics, the Xbox Game Pass. So, man, there's not a lot better in this world than Xbox Game Pass. Sorry, I know there's love-hate on Xbox Game Pass. I don't get it. I don't know how you can't be in love with it. I have played some stellar games that ain't cost me a freaking dime.
Yeah, I mean, once you got it, you got it.
Yeah.
It saves me money in the long run. My son's constantly downloading games,
True,
new
yeah.
games to play. I get it on my PC because we do have the Ultimate. My daughter downloads games on her PC. We use the fire out of it. It's definitely worth it. It's a little sad when a game gets retired off the list.
Yeah, I know.
And you're not done with it because there's only so many hours in a day to play all the games.
No kidding.
But it's hard for me to buy a game outside of Xbox Game Pass because those are free. Those are already paid for and they're ready to go.
That's why I say it doesn't cost a dime. It doesn't. Maybe it's. I guess it depends on how you look at it. It doesn't for me because we pay for Xbox Ultimate anyways. The kids have it for their online gaming and stuff. Of course, I use it for that as well. But it's just like an extra.
Yeah.
It's like a package deal.
Yeah, the subscription thing, as much as I hate subscriptions,
I know.
Even if you're, when they took away the being able to pay for it at a year's time, that kind of, that's one thing I like to do is just to buy it once and forget it.
Kind of be done with it.
It's kind of one of the Christmas things we done every year, and now it's a monthly bill that you got to keep up with.
True, yeah. But like you said, if you're going to pay for it anyways, it's just a perk. It's just something that comes along with it. So, talk about we could probably talk on this all day long on the different.
Oh shoot, we've been at this forever, and it's going to take a lot of editing.
Yeah, it is.
But hopefully, there's a lot of stuff in here y'all find interesting. Like I said, anytime y'all see something, just timestamp it and say it in the comments. We'll engage with you. We'll release a video just talking about some of the things that you talk about.
Yeah, absolutely.
My coffee's done.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
I thought your house was like on fire or something.
No, that's letting me know that my coffee's on fire.
Okay, fair enough. So, something new we're trying here, guys. Bringing some gaming news. Of course, we love to talk about games, like I said, in general. So, more importantly, we want to know what you guys think about any of these topics. I don't care if it's this or something different. We like to research it with you and talk to you about it.
Yeah. I think 30 minutes of talking about games is probably good enough for our first show.
Surely.
Our first news type show.
Surely.
Well, let us know what you think about the format. If this is working for you, let us know. If you think there's something we can do different, we're not going to get upset about it. We're trying new things, learning this YouTube. YouTube algorithms really crazy. I would have never thought there was this much that went into it, but it's been fun figuring it out.
It's fun, yes, and frustrating at the same time. We're not here to make a lot of money off YouTube. That's not what we're here to do at all. We do this because we want to do it. We already have jobs. We already do the things that you got to do anyways in a daily life. This is just kind of a hobby, I guess. So
we talk about games anyways.
Yes.
This is us on the weekend anyway. We thought maybe we'd involve you.
Right. So. We like I said before, we like the fact of a gaming community and us all getting together and talking about games, likes, dislikes, throwing stuff on the wall, see what sticks and what doesn't. So, like Randall said, guys, like and subscribe if you like what we're doing. But more importantly, leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. And hope to hear from you soon.
All right. Call that a wrap.
Call that a wrap.